Ladies and gentlemen, Christmas may be late in Grand Summoners, but I am not. The second part of the Tensura crossover, aka Xmas Tensura, will be releasing later tonight. That means that we're going to be getting a host of new content, including stuff like the new event quest, so you are able to get these characters to luck 120. Good luck on that. That grind is terrible. We'll also be getting all the equips, which we may talk about some of them, but the equips from this one really aren't too crazy. And we are going to be getting magical mines coming back finally. It has been so long, I feel like every single time. It's like months, bro. It's months that I go without my favorite game mode. Also, it's actually coming with new bosses this time. According to them, it says new bosses. We'll have to see who these new bosses are, but hopefully it's actually new bosses. Finally, of course, we have the Tensura crossover banner, which will be featuring exclusively the crossover units. That includes Santamaru, Santa Malim, and Santa Shion. And just like all the other characters, these guys have all received some massive buffs to help them in the current day and age of Grand Summoners. So because all this is happening, you guys know I gotta do a should you summon for this and talk about these characters. So this video may be able to help you guys decide if you want to go for them or maybe decide that you just want to skip. Either way, let's start off with the MC, Santamaru. Now Santamaru, in terms of his buffs and everything, he actually didn't get changed at all. If I'm just gonna be honest, I feel like all the Rimarus got cucked in terms of their buffs. None of them really got anything extra for the most part. As you see, these are the buffs that Santamaru got. His skill got reduced from 15 to 12 seconds. His arts damage got increased to 22k, and the art gauge boost went to 25, and the true art multiplier went to 45k. In terms of what this character's job is and how good he is, this character is used mainly in magic damage comps. Now, one thing to note about Santamaru is that since Santamaru is a magic damage buffer, he actually will not stack with characters like Summer Lisa, since Summer Lisa provides a 100% magic damage buff as well. It just doesn't work like that. They won't let them stack their magic damage because I don't know why. It's just GS rules. Apart from that though, there's not really much else I can say about Santamaru. Great enabler for damage, pretty solid arch gen if you need it, and just a great character overall. Especially now since he's a luck unit, I think we're going to be seeing him a lot more than what we have previously. Let's talk about my girl Shion. Shion got some massive improvements. As you see with her buffs, we got 40% more on her passive, meaning that she now gives herself 40% attack and 40% damage every time she uses an art or true art. Her skill is able to increase her BE output by 100% now, no longer just 30%. Her arts damage got increased to 22k, her true arts damage got increased to 100k, and her accuracy buff duration got increased to 15 seconds. If I had to put this in the most simplest terms, she literally is a worse version of Simon, which is not a bad thing at all. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the 100% defense ignore, which is why I say she's a worse version of Simon, but you're able to provide that to her with crit chance or with a character like Daki, so she's able to get all that extra oomph. On top of this as well, her animation is fast. Like, if you ever use Santa Shion, her startup animation is extremely quick, which means it's going to be great for a lot of people who maybe want to speed run or maybe want to just nuke stuff quickly and get stuff out the way. She'll definitely be able to be used in those situations, and the fact that this character is a luck 120 unit does so much for her. The fact that she's able to have more damage through a crest like Promise of Funeral God or maybe an attack up crest, and the fact that she's able to have a arts up crest as well to make her even more consistent. It's just so much stuff that's going to be amazing for this character. The worst part about Santa Shion, in my opinion, is just her slots. She has a 5-star defense, and her being a nuker, it's not like that's the worst thing. There are some workarounds you can do, of course, but I much rather would have that to have been 5-star magic, 5-star physical, you know, something else. But either way, Santa Shion, damage dealer, big deeps. If you are somebody who likes this character or you've used this character in the past, I'm telling you, use her again, get her max luck. You're not going to regret it. You're going to be using her probably more than any character on the list, especially if you can create a very solid like auto nuke team around her. You'll be using her nonstop. And then finally, Santa Malim. This character's terrible. They made it to where her HP threshold got buffed from 80% to 50%. Her art gauge got increased to 20 on her skill. Her arts damage got increased and her fire res debuff duration got increased as well. And her true art damage got buffed to 60k, which is nice, but this character's bad. The main reason this character's so terrible is not even because her kit, it's the fact that her slots are atrocious. I don't know who designed this, who made this character like this. And it really hurts her because if that 5-star heal was maybe a 5-star support, or if her 5-star physical was a 5-star support, she probably wouldn't be that bad. And yeah, if you get this character, I don't want to say you got the worst character in the crossover, but you got the worst character in the crossover. And that is actually it in terms of the 3 units that are going to be coming out for this banner. Seems like a pretty solid lineup if you ask me. I don't think it's as good as the first banner in terms of value. I'll just say that right now. First banner, everybody was good. You had Benimaru, an amazing magic resist down. You had Malim, she's breaking the game left and right. And then you have Rimuru, which is just an amazing all-around support for new players, veterans alike. Everybody loves the man Rimuru. Then you look at this banner, and to be honest, it's just Santamaru. She really brings down squad value. Is this banner worth a summon or not? If any of these characters interest you in the slightest, I think, hey, throw a multi at it. See if you get lucky. If you get lucky, good job. If you don't, well, that's gotcha rates for you. If you're newer and you want to know if you should summon though, I think this banner is a pretty decent one to summon on. It's not the best. I think that if you wanted a better banner to summon on as a new player or reroll on as a new player, I would say the first Tensura banner is a lot better just because you got a really good support unit, you got a good attacker, which is Malim, and then you also have the magic resist down, which is Benny. Now, if you want to skip this banner, I would say it's a pretty easy skip if you wanted to do it. I don't think anybody is necessarily extremely broken. It's more so all these characters are just really good units, which is kind of the theme of this entire crossover, is that no one's really broken. Everybody's just good units. Well, Malim may be a little bit broken, but just a tiny bit. As for me, what am I going to be doing? I think I myself am going to be skipping this banner. I already have Santa Shion, and unfortunately, I do have Santa Malim, and the only one I'm really missing is Santa Rimuru. It'd be great if I could pick the man up, but I'm not really that inclined to get him, so I think I'm just going to be saving and waiting for another hype banner to come out later on down the line. However, one thing I will be doing, you best believe, I will be in the mines. I will. You know what? Whenever you watch this video, I may be live streaming the mines right now. Who knows? I might. We have to see. Either way though, fam, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all again for coming out. It's been your boy P. If you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend you check out either one of the videos popping up on your screen right now. Great content. Guarantee you'll love them. And oh yeah, one more thing. Don't forget to drink water.